Hello YouTube. Welcome back to Bald Man Builds an Airplane. This is wing structure video number 8, and today is attach the ribs to the spar permanently day. So we left off by temporarily installing a bunch of AN bolts into the ribs. Today it's torque them down to, 28 inch pounds or something like that, 32 inch pounds. That depends on the drag torque of the nut, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I read the scale when I torqued them, so that's what matters. And there's a specific orientation of many of the bolts, basically where you want the bolt head on one side or the nut on one side, depending on a few different things. And some of them you can't torque down right away. I think I put tape on a few of those, because you don't want you don't want to torque those down when you're going to need to rivet either next to them. So you've got to rivet both the flanges of the rib, the front flange basically, that would be facing the camera, and then there's a top flange and a bottom flange that rivet to the spar. Now, of course, that's only in some of the cases. That's only for the attach points underneath the fuel tank, which is about a little less than halfway down the wing the tank goes. So because the outboard side is the leading edge of the wing is riveted on, and that attaches to those flanges. So anyway, so you've got the top and bottom flanges of each rib plus the front flange of each rib that you've got to rivet to the spar. So you can't have parts of the bolt in the way when you do those rivets. It just doesn't work. I also found a few scratches or scuffs from, I think this is where the bucking bar slipped or something like that. So I was just like, well, let's just sand those down a little bit and hit them with a primer. Can't hurt. So let's see here on additional things. Oh yeah, the last outboard rib is not riveted on because it has a combined set of rivets that go with the outboard leading edge as well. So I guess, here we're just doing the top flange, and I'm probably going to spin it around or flip it upside down and do the bottom flange. Wait, this is the right wing? Yeah, so that was the top flange. Now we're going to do a flip and do the bottom flange. Or maybe I'll just leave it the way that is. Another thing as well, you can't do the you could, I guess, but it'd be super difficult to do the ribs, the two inboard-most ribs, without doing the you can't mount those right away, because you've got to they're really close together, and in order to get all your tools in there and whatnot, you've kind of got to stagger that. You've got to start with the more outboard pieces and then work inboard. Obviously you can see how close those are together there. So yeah. And last, we put that last inboard one on. And that one's got that aileron bracket, or belt crank bracket. Here's where we flip over and do the bottom flanges. So that's about it for this one. I think next time might be starting with a rear spar. See you then.